Have you ever felt overwhelmed, stressed out? Has life become stressful to the point to where you felt like everything was out of control and you couldn't handle it? I know if I had to ask myself that question, the answer would be yes. I've been stressed out. I've felt overwhelmed. Perhaps as recent as a few days ago. And for some, it could be just seconds ago. What I want you to understand is that we've all been there. And we will all go there. But we do have refuge in the Word of God so that we don't stay there. In Philippians 4:6, the Word of God says, "Be anxious for nothing, but in everything do by prayer and supplication." What He wants you to do is not worry about anything, but if you take the proper steps in giving it to Him, submitting it to Him, your anxiety will go away. And it's about trusting. A lot of times we're in that situation because there's a trust issue. Because we don't trust others to do things. We do too much. And we become overwhelmed. I get it all the time. Because of some health issues, I'm told constantly, just rest. Now, I'm not talking about just going to sleep. It's about resting and being at peace that someone else is in control more so than me. And as a woman, so oftentimes we try to control everything. As moms with our children, we have to be controlled. We have control issues. And so we overwhelm ourselves. This week's blog story is called Just Breathe. I want you guys to go on the journey with me as I've learned how to just breathe. Because sometimes I've let life overwhelm me to the point to where I was choking the very thing that I wanted to produce life. And somehow I didn't come to this analogy until I spoke to a friend recently who had planted a tree that was thriving. I'd seen the tree was doing well, but maybe a week later that she and I was talking, she told me, "You know, that tree is dying." And I was like, "Really?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's dying." And I said, "What did you do differently?" She said, "Well, I just planted some flowers around it." And so she spoke to her neighbor that was used to planting trees, and the neighbor said, "The reason why it's dying is because of the flowers that you planted around it. It's sucking the life from the tree's roots, and it can't breathe." A lot of times we're placing things in our lives that sucks the life out of us, even though we're trying to enhance it with more. Even though we're putting it in our lives, it's overwhelming the breaths that we take to live. And we need to just breathe. We need to rest. We need to allow God to be in control more so than ourselves. Join me for this weekend's blog story as I write about my walk and the breaths that I've begun to take and trusting God in everything. Going to Him in supplication so that I can allow Him to get me through to my next and I can just breathe. www.jdionbell.com. I'll see you on the blog.